was 2 days after Christmas, and I went to the emergency room because I woke up gasping for breath. I couldn't breathe. So we went to the local hospital over here off Highway 42, Johnston Medical, and did a chest x-ray. They thought it was, well, I thought it was something that might be, chest related because I was gasping for breath, and everything came back clean except for one little tiny spot at the top of the the CT, and they immediately sent me to Rex Hospital, who did another CT scan, more localized on the tracheal area, and they determined that there was a tumor. And so within one day I went to 3 different hospitals and ended up at UNC, where they then did a biopsy. Stuck a giant needle in my neck and got a sample out. That was fun. Still came back only 60% positive for cancer, and got to the point where from the CT scans and the biopsy, they looked at it, it was blocking my trachea off. So I was actually suffocating. They said my trachea was blocked 70%, so I was only getting 30% oxygen. And they proceeded very quickly within a week. I went in on, was it January 2nd?
January 2nd was the first meeting with the surgeon, and he said this is serious enough, even if it's not cancer, that we're going to have surgery tomorrow, and we're going to figure out a way to get open an operating room.
From there, surgery lasted, 11 to 12 hours? We had 6 or 7 different surgeons. Of course, it's in a very sensitive area. Tumor was 6 centimeters in length, which is roughly about 4 inches. And they said that it was the largest tumor that UNC had ever taken out of a trachea. I healed for 30, 45 days. They wanted my surgery site to recover, and then we went in and just full blasted it. 5 days a week of radiation, once a week of chemo simultaneously for almost 8 weeks. In general, life was good. We, of course, had the stresses of opening a new business. I used to be a full-time teacher, and after 2 months of opening our brewery, I decided that in order to make the brewery work, I had to commit to that 100%.
Worrying about your family on top of the financial stresses, and then we also had a business, worrying about that all at the same time, and now I'm the only piece that knows all about it. It was incredibly stressful. There were a lot of nights where I never slept, and just kind of had to shut away the financial part, because if I focused on that, then I wasn't going to take care of my husband, and I wasn't going to take care of my child.
Well, one thing we know for sure is that financial distress is a major problem for patients who receive a cancer diagnosis. And to have a resource like CCF, to be able to say that I have a resource that can help you with this, people then know they're going to be able to get the care they need and be able to meet their responsibilities.
So when I was contacted by CCF, I remember I was trying to put my daughter down for a nap, which she wasn't having it at that time, and she'd finally gotten still, and I had my cell phone, and I saw an email, and I just started crying. I was like, I'm crying hysterically. I'm trying not to wake her up at the same time. But I remember putting her down in her bed and then coming out here and telling Chris what was about to happen.
As of right now, we are coming on 2 years. We're not too far away from 2 years since my surgery date, which is unbelievable. And I've had 3 scans, many doctor's visits. The doctors at UNC say I'm a walking miracle.
You might not see where every single dollar goes, but it goes to people who need it in the most desperate times of their lives. And to know that just know as a donor that it's not just one person that goes through cancer, it's everybody in the family. It means a lot to know that you're helping people who desperately need it.
There are so many charitable organizations that eventually help local. I like the idea that the Caring Community Foundation is local. And so you know that your dollars are helping someone that lives in your community and right down the road.